Is it Black Friday and all of the stores are empty? I think that it is, guys. And that's because things are beginning to change around us. All right. Industries are beginning to change. People are actually holding on to their money a little bit tighter because they're tired of giving time out of their life to earn it. All right. And so that's one of the many reasons that I get on YouTube and create content for you guys about the types of real estate that is the right way to do real estate, okay, which is creative financing and subject to. My name's Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the Go Getter Family Real Estate Investing Academy, all right? And tonight, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about how we have been buying free foreclosures, okay? And we've done a lot just this past week. So I'm gonna be talking to you about that a little bit tonight. So hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel and you feel like I bring you some value, I want you to consider subscribing, all right? Or you can just be a player about it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end, we some no-quitters. Knock it out the park, we for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere, that's a dome splitter. Yeah. Control our own destiny. Make moves, cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance, bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients, now that's a dope recipe.
My people, it's a beautiful Friday night. What's good, guys? After the holiday, got a Wild Bill in the house. Let's get the edge to do what others can't and won't. Love it, brother. Love that. This is it. This is the information that's going to set us apart. Leslie, great to see you. Amazing and life-changing content. 100%. 100%. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you guys about what transpired these past couple of days. Veteran Family Solutions, love it. Kimberly, you're on East Coast time, so it is about 9 o'clock. We'll let you get away with that one. Talking about you have to be asleep. Now, is that Kimberly from my inner circle? I'm gonna presume that it is. Can't sleep on this. That's right. That's right. That's my dog Kenneth right there, man. We missed you on Wednesday, brother. We missed you. So tonight, guys, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about buying free foreclosures, about what has transpired for the Go Getter family just this past week. So I just had a team meeting with my team, the Real Estate Avengers, and we've got a couple properties that we are buying subject to. They are way further than under contract. We actually had an open house on one, and then we just began a high-level marketing campaign for a house that we own in Texas. Just so happened today. Now I'm gonna throw out some numbers for you guys, because typically what we think about with real estate are barriers that exist, right? You've got to have great credit. If you want to get an investment property, you got to have 25% down. Like who can afford 20% down on $200,000? That's 40 grand. And then if you've got to do some work on the place, well, you're pretty much hit. Think about it. I mean, the regular person can't pay, $40,000 out of their pocket. I know I couldn't. I started this with $1,700. Now, we're working on a house we own a house in Burleson, Texas. Okay. It's beautiful. It's got a pool in the backyard. You guys have seen that. Okay, Kenneth. Okay. It's all good. Joel, what's up? What's up? Okay. My people are in the building. I love when y'all show up in mass. So this is only on YouTube. Hit that like button, guys. Drop some flames in the comments. We're going to be digging into this. Now, we got this house. I'm going to actually put a picture up of this house only because I just love this place so much. I love it. I just love it. But Coach Molly, she's our client success coach in the Go Getter Family Inner Circle. Well, she also is in charge of our dispositions. Okay. Dispositions, for those that may not know, are when you sell your property, right? Dispo. How do you dispose of said property? Okay. Well, she got a phone call today from some ads that we began to run. And the gentleman said that his wife told him that he better call. Those were his words, not ours. He said, yeah, my wife told me I better call you guys. Now, they have never owned a house in their life, right? And now they didn't think that they ever could, but they've got a down payment saved up. And we like those. Yeah, we like down payments, y'all. So let me just pull this let me just show y'all the front of this house real quick for those of you that may not have seen our pretty much free house. So I'm about I'm about 10,000 in on this deal. 10,000. This is a $500,000 house pretty much. We're selling it for 440,000. There's that portion of it. I paid 10,000. Now, if this were a traditional transaction, what's 20% of 400,000? Anybody know? I do. It's 80,000. I paid 8 times less than that out of my pocket to get this house. Look at this thing. She's a beauty. She is a beauty. I don't want to get all into it, but are you going to do an A to Z step by step on how to do it on a Friday night on YouTube, Terry Johnson? Hey, y'all be killing me sometimes. He said, am I going to do, are you going to do an A to Z step by step on how to? Actually, I am. As a matter of fact, Terry, I'm glad you asked. It is Black Friday. Now we bought that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we're actually doing this deal with a student of ours. Okay. And well, a mother-daughter duo. We call it buying free foreclosures. So Terry asked me a great question. He says, are you going to do an A to Z step by step on how to do it? I certainly am. Right here. Right here. My bad. Right here, guys. So right now, the buying free foreclosures on Black Friday is $47. I feel dirty. I'm not even gonna lie. Making it that low of a price, I feel dirty. I do. Because that's too low. I'm giving you guys the game on this thing, Terry. Step by step, A to Z, how to do it, how to negotiate, recorded phone calls with the bank. Because on this house that I just showed you, right? On this house that I just showed you, I'm going to share my screen again. What we did on this, guys, was we did some loss mitigation tactics that not many people are aware of. As a matter of fact, my transaction coordinator and I just put in the application. We stopped the auction on this, but we don't want to pay the reinstatement, the back payment. Okay, so I paid the seller $6,500 of their equity. We actually took that money and spent it on their new rental that they moved into. All right. And then I paid for their application fees, paid for their U-Haul to move out. I mean, at that point, I was like, whatever it takes to get them out of this house so we can get possession of it, because that house is beautiful. It's got a pool in the backyard. We stopped the auction and they're about $28,000 behind. Well, we're using loss mitigation options as part of our buying free foreclosures strategy. It's part of the strategy, man. We know options that most people just don't know. So once we got all of this taken care of, we get it deeded to us. All right. And Coach Molly is our dispositions. She gets a call today from a potential buyer, right? Or she got it yesterday, actually. And then she set an appointment with them today and did her thing. Well, we're talking $30,000 down. Okay. Now they started with 20,000, saying they had 20,000. And I gave her a couple of lines to say to them just to see if we could get that amount up, because typically when people say they have some money down, this is how we get it for free, guys. Anyway, listen to me. When people say they have money to put down, they usually have more than what they tell you. Okay. And so since we have programs that actually help us, because if you've seen this house and if you're familiar with this house in Burleson, Texas, one, it needs new carpet because they have like 4 or 5 dogs in there. So there's that. It smells like piss, dog piss and everything else. Other than that, it looks beautiful. But the pool in the backyard needs to be cleaned too. So I'm going to give you a little tip here. Here's what we did, because I don't like to do repairs. Coach Molly's talking to the potential buyer on the phone today. And she says, well, yeah, I talked to my manager and he says, the carpet, he thinks it needs to be replaced, but it might be able to be shampooed. And we have a work for equity program and a work for down payment credit program. So if you were able to raise your down payment, we can actually work with you. So just the carpet needs to be replaced. And on the questionnaire, you said you know how to do some work and you're willing to do some work to the place. Well, the pool needs to be cleaned too. Now, I can't lock this in stone here, but what my manager thinks is that we're able to give you a $10,000 credit towards your down payment if you can raise your down payment from $20,000 to $30,000. Now, listen to me, guys. We're going to give them a credit of $10,000 for replacing the carpet. They pay for the new carpet, cleaning the pool. Guess what? That money is just, we create a promissory note for that. And since we're going to make so much money on this deal, it doesn't even cost us anything. That $10,000 that we're giving them as a credit actually makes us money, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. And then we're going to get a bigger down payment. Remember, I'm into this deal for $10,000. That $10,000 has been gone out of my pocket for about a month and a half now. Okay. We get a $30,000 down payment. Guess what? I get my $10,000 back, and we've got $20,000 that goes into our pockets. That is called buying a free foreclosure. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. Now, since it is Black Friday, and y'all got me feeling a little dirty right now because I'm selling my Buying Free Foreclosures course for $47. I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what that looks like, because this is only going to happen one time. There's no way I would ever disrespect myself again. It's only because I love y'all. That's it. By selling this thing for $47. I just can't do it. So here's the Buying Free Foreclosures course. This is the introduction. This is our Go Getter Family Academy. Okay. But courses are split up in here, and then our inner circle has, access to pretty much everything back here. But look at what you get. Foreclosure strategies, the forbearance strategy, loan modification, reinstatement, repayment plan strategy, making COVID work in your favor, live call with the lender, foreclosure turnaround tactics, call script, relief report, claims, and how to do a deal. Look at this. I love this stuff. Mitigation training, live negotiations with sellers in foreclosure, where we stopped the auction and bought these houses without using any of our own money or any of our own credit. Guys, and then last week's inner circle session, I put it in there because the whole time we were talking about, we went over the call script. There was actually Coach Jerry and I, my executive coach, we did a role play. And that was just like surprise to me. I was going over the call script, and Jerry just jumped in and started role playing with me. I said, "Oh, you trying to get me, huh? You trying to get your boy?" It is, Bill. It is Wild Bill. And the reason that I'm doing this for people is this. Buying Free Foreclosures was the first information that people ever paid me for, really. Right. And the way that it happened, man, was crazy for me, because I blew up on TikTok, because I made a video that's got, and right now, if you go to my TikTok, it's pinned. It's got 2.5 million views. And it is about, I think it's a 1.5 minute rundown showing you how to find foreclosures, how to find that off-market list, how to skip trace the owner, how to get that thing under contract, all in a 1.5 minutes. I'm giving you guys the game. And once that thing started going viral, people started reaching out to me, trying to buy something from me when I didn't even have anything to sell. So I put together my first Buying Free Foreclosures way back then. And that was about 2 years ago. And since then, we do major things. So I just showed you guys a $500,000 house. Now I'm in on that info, working a couple deals now. Hey, okay, Bill, that's what I'm talking about. Now, Bill just came through my challenge. Bill just came through my last Become the Bank challenge, and Bill's in it to win it right now. Bill's in it to win it. So what I do want to do, guys, is take a look at another one of our situations and show you guys what you can do with these strategies. Do you guys know that right now, the real estate market and the real estate game is in shambles? Oh, Bill, you was in 10. That's right, not 11. There's blood in the streets, guys. If you don't know that, there's blood in the streets. And the reason that there's blood in the streets is because interest rates are up. Okay. And so that makes people able to afford less house on their monthly payments, thus taking buyers out of a market when there are sellers that need to sell. Now, here's where it becomes historical for us. This is a historical moment, really. Now, and some of y'all are probably like, yeah, right, he's just saying stuff, that's not historical. Cool. It's all good if that's how you feel. I ain't even mad at you. I love you. But listen, interest rates, right, not too long ago, were just at all-time historic lows. Okay, so the houses now that are going into foreclosure, they have mortgage on them with those historically low interest rates. Now follow me here. Just listen to me. These houses that we can buy by becoming the bank, subject to, we get the deed to the house. We don't have to qualify for that debt. We just have to catch up or settle up on the back payments, the delinquent payments. And we know how to do that really, 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 really well. Okay. Like, we're really good at that. But interest rates right now are on the climb. I think the average the prime market interest rate is 8.5%. We're taking over mortgages with interest rates as low as 3.25% fixed, guys. That's 5.25 basis points lower than the prime market interest rate. That puts us in a position, you guys. I'm trying to tell you now. It puts us in a position to become extraordinarily, now, not just the word wealthy, but extraordinarily wealthy. I'm going to be breaking down amateurization sometime over the weekend in my academy, okay, which is the Harvard of real estate. And I'm going to show you guys how that growth varies based off of the interest rate, but it depends on what side of the deal that you're on. And I got to tell you guys just a quick story here. Terry says, but I thought you said you owed $28,000. No, I didn't. I said that they were behind $28,000. But let me share my screen just one more time. They're behind $28,000, Terry. But look, see, we know how to do this. It's called loss mitigation. Loss mitigation. This stuff here, making COVID work in your favor. Mastering the art of the advanced loan modification, standalone partial claim, recovery modification, repayment plan, reinstatement strategy, loan modification, forbearance strategy. So I do this at a high level and teach others how to do it. That 28,000, Terry, actually what we're going to do when it is a government-backed loan, the servicing company or the lender has to give you a loss mitigation option. So those delinquent payments, Terry, what we're doing is we're using one of those loss mitigation options, a modification, a forbearance, and we don't have to catch that up right then. What they'll do is they'll take that delinquent amount and they will put it in a second position behind the underlying mortgage, the mortgage that we're taking over. So then we wouldn't be responsible for paying that $28,000 until we paid off the underlying $276,000 mortgage that we're taking over on this $440,000 house. Did you follow me on that? When you know how to exercise these options, that until October of 2024, servicing companies are absolutely unequivocally required to give us these options. They can't say no. If it's a government-backed loan, they can't say no. It's a guarantee. It's like, dude, we can't even lose. There's no way we can lose because they can't say no, okay? And if they can't say no, well, I'm just going to ask. I'm just going to keep asking because you can't say no. So we don't have to come up with that 28,000, Terry, to get in on the deal, which now evens the playing field, man. Think about it, okay? If we don't have to catch up the back payments, the 28,000, that means we have 28,000 more in our pocket at the time, or it's $28,000 that we don't have to scramble to come up with. We just have to have the right knowledge to be able to exercise those options. And that's where that buying free foreclosures comes in. Now, if you're in my inner circle, you guys are going to all get access to my buying free foreclosures because I need y'all to win. I'm just saying, I need y'all to win. So if you're in my inner circle, we're giving you the buying free foreclosures. We're going to give you guys access to that. Leslie, yes. So now, again, we've got somebody that's come with, they said they had a $20,000 down payment. As Molly went along in the conversation and let them know about some options that we can do when we're selling it, they said they could come up with 30,000. So we'll take 30 G's. I like big checks. I don't know about you guys. How you feel about big checks, y'all? Because I really, really like them. Now, my buying free foreclosures, it's Black Friday, so I had to jump on the bandwagon and do something righteous for y'all. So it's 75% off now. But I will never, I'm not going to defile myself like that again. I'm just saying, because I feel dirty. This information is so great. It's so powerful. It's the great equalizer. It's like our David to their Goliath. We can come into situations and scenarios where the typical real estate professionals and people that are in the real estate industry can't do anything. And we come in there and we just sprinkle a little bit of pixie dust all over that thing. Now, I will say this, guys, I am going to be having a free training next Friday, November 30th. Okay, I'm having a free training next Friday, November 30th at 7 p.m. Central. All right, there's going to be a link up in the description for that as well, so that you can check that out. Come get this hour and a half live on a Zoom with me that typically people spend a ton of money for. But I want to run down the story for you guys real quick. Okay, so I met a young lady today, and it's odd how I met her. So I was doing a live the other night on Instagram, right? And I have help with my DMs because I'm about to hit 300,000 followers on TikTok alone. And that's a lot of followers, man. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys. Truly, I am. Really, thank you, but it's hard for me to keep up. And I would love to message each and every one of you. I'd love to have a conversation with all of you because I've met so many interesting people, man, and so many high level people that just needed to close that gap in knowledge so that they could bet on themselves and go all in. And I've touched people all around the country. And this is why I give this information out, because there's people now that are out in their respective markets, and they went through my inner circle program, my 6-month program. They listened to my teaching. They developed their business character. They developed their power statement. They began building their team, and they went out and they made a mark in their real estate markets. So now they've matriculated through my program, and I see them on social media, and they're in their respective markets making moves. And they're making moves under their real estate company name. That's what I taught them to do. So I love to see it. I'm happy for my people, man. If I could help you on your journey in any way, shape, or form, I'm so happy and humbled to do that. And all I've done is be the great equalizer for people by unearthing this information and passing it to you all. So I said all that to say this. If you're new to the channel, new to the live, hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe to me yet, go ahead and subscribe if you feel like I bring you some value. Joel said he's in, enrollment done. Joel knows, he's been to my challenge. He knows what's up. All right, brother. So I meet this young lady today. Now, I had just got done doing a live, right, on Instagram. And I have help with my DMs, man, because I just get too many of them. Well, I just happened to open my DMs, and a young lady had messaged me, and I saw the message, and she was reaching out to me, really checking to see about a position. And typically I don't really, I like to recruit from within, right? My people, right? They've come to learn this. They may not, like most of my team, let me see. Yeah, everybody on my team didn't know anything about real estate before they came to me. Now they're real estate assassins. Like they're super high level. Coach Molly, ridiculously high level. Bianca, crazy high level. Coach Jerry, I don't even know if there's a word for the level that he's on in real estate. Jess, even my integrator, she takes care of the back end tech stuff. So they didn't know anything about real estate. So anyhow, though, the girl reaches out to me and her message was kind of smooth. So I said, well, this is what I'll do. I said, I'm going to have Bianca reach out to you because Bianca oversees the VAs, the virtual assistants. I'm going to have Bianca reach out to you. She'll get in touch. She'll meet with you. You guys can talk, and then we'll see what happens. So Bianca did reach out to her and pretty much interviewed her. And this girl's only 21. She's got her real estate license, right? But she moved out of the state that she has her license in. And she had bought a course on sales, learning how to sell. Now, what struck me, though, was that she actually went into the course, got into the information, and then began implementing. That was one of the reasons she reached out to me, okay? So Bianca, based off of her opinion, says that this young lady has some potential. So I say, cool, let's hop on a call with her today. So Bianca and I get on a Zoom call with her, and I'm letting her tell her story. I'm asking questions because I've got to gather information. And it struck me that it seemed as if she understood that if we want to get to a goal, we can't, sit back and complain about the things that we didn't get from the work that we didn't do. And so she's, willing to put in that work to take those risks. And she told me about a previous job she had, and she said it was so far outside of my comfort zone. It was like, oh my God. And like bells went off in my head when she said that, because if we want to be successful, we've got to step outside of our comfort zone. We can't do what we've always done. And I think it was Leslie that said it best in our last challenge, our last Become the Bank challenge, that we've got to be willing to do what other people won't do if we want to have that success. And so that's what we're out here doing, y'all. And this is what this information is giving you the opportunity to do. So let me just touch on just one more thing with Portia, and then I'm out of here for the night, because it's been a long week now getting to a big old bag, just a big old bag. That's it. But I like getting to bags. Don't y'all like getting to bags? Why not? Oh yeah, these are great. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Check this out. You're gonna love this. This just blew my mind. So this was from last Saturday. This is another house that we got in Pearl, Mississippi. We got this house subject to the existing financing. And if you think the 28,000 that they were behind, listen, this house, these people were about 14,000 behind. They were already about 3/4 of the way moved out of their house into a trailer. They had another trailer. I mean, it was amazing, the timing of it, right? And we've actually got a couple students in San Antonio that are in a similar position now this week. We just got off a call with them. But let me share my screen. Check this out. We're paying this seller $5,000 at closing. We stopped the auction. I put up the recorded call with the bank on my YouTube channel, of all places. I put it up on my YouTube. Look at this. Boom. Excuse me. That's Portia's son. This is Portia's son at our house that we got by becoming the bank, guys. Look at Portia. Now Coach Molly worked with her, and we got these signs sent to her. Oh my goodness. I sent her this banner back here. Look how nice this house is. Look at this. Guys, we're paying $5,000 at closing. Portia didn't know anything about real estate. She actually she has her doctorate in nursing. Dr. Portia Nunley. Has her doctorate in nursing. Look at this. Your job is your credit. Own this home. This house talks. 24-hour recorded message. Woo! Hey guys. So this was for her open house. How a certified affordable housing providers. We buy, rent, manage, and sell. Path to home ownership. Look at her at her open house. Looking all nice. I love it. Now, can you imagine how much your life would change if you had the knowledge on how to get houses by becoming the bank, on how to buy free foreclosures? And that is exactly what we did with that house. $5,000. $5,000 is what we paid the seller at closing. And then we're paying her an additional $20,000 of her equity. This is deal structuring, and we teach this in the Buying Free Foreclosures course. We're paying her an additional $20,000 at $300 a month for 67 months. That is a no interest $20,000 loan if you do the math. Those are the best types of loans to get. So the seller is my bank. The seller is always my bank. So now, me and my transaction coordinator, hey, who? That's Shedrick. Closed a $14K deal. Shedrick, what's up, man? That's what's up. Shedrick, brother, Shedrick. Now, Shedrick came to my first live event in Sioux City, Iowa. He came all the way from Atlanta to come to Iowa to watch me teach real estate. Look, he just closed a $14K deal. I didn't plan this. Dude, I didn't plan this. Shedrick, man, salute, brother. But what I did want to tell you was I just had another live event in Houston this past August. Well, we're having another one in February in Houston, in H-Town. And these live events, man, I don't know if you didn't see the last one or not, they are off the charts. I mean, you came to the first one, man, and it's only gotten better since then. But hats off to you, man. 14K, that definitely put some gas in the gas tank. I'm proud of you, man. You kept pushing, brother. You kept pushing. That's amazing, man. Amazing. So guys, Shedrick's not in my inner circle. You know what I mean? But he's gotten the information. He's gotten the information. He's went out in the real estate world and made some moves. I love it, dude. I love impacting y'all, us. This is for us, y'all. This is not a moment. It is a movement. And with the right information, you can go out and you can close those types of deals working for yourself. I mean, how long would you have to work at your job to clear 14K? I'm just saying now, and it could take you that long to close a deal. As much as you work at your job to make $14,000, it could take you that much work to close a deal and make $14,000 for you, by you, for yourself. It could take you that long, but it is much more satisfying, even if it takes you that longer and longer, because you're doing it for you. It's something that you did. And man, hats off, brother. Hats off. Now, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. At least the 75% off, $47 for the Buying Free Foreclosures. I can't believe I'm selling it for this low. I'm really like beside myself. I feel like I'm just sullied now. I feel dirty. It's too low. It really is. But anyway, let me stop. I love y'all. I do. That's why we do what we do, because this is not a moment, y'all. It's a movement. And so today we had another Zoom call. My transaction coordinator, my transaction coordinator, and two of my students, Tiff and Tad. They actually had an appointment at 5:30 or 6 this evening with a seller. This seller who is in what? Foreclosure. Now listen, guys, we buy more than just foreclosures. We buy everything. We're just foreclosure scientists because we want to get good, really, really good at a specific problem, because we don't buy houses, we buy problems. And so a lot of my students are super good at foreclosures. That's just what we do. We're great at that. So these two, they're a married couple. They happen to be in my round table, which is the highest level that you can get with me right now. There's just a handful of people that are in that. And These two are in there. So I hop on a call with them for a pre-appointment, coaching session. And we game plan and strategize about how we're going to go at this, because they already talked to them. They went, they door knocked, they did their thing. They got some information. They got the last mortgage statement. They set the appointment, and they're going over there. They know that the lady was moving out. She doesn't have anywhere to go. You know where she was moving her stuff out to? A storage unit. This is why I love doing what we do. She's moving the stuff to a storage unit. She has kids. She doesn't know where she's going to go. No other real estate professionals or real estate investors can really help her. But then here come two members of the go-getter family, a nice married couple, nice looking, nice people, good people, rolled up there with the approach of not trying to buy their house, but trying to solve their problem. So here's what we did. And then I'm gone. Here's what we did. Yo, they are. I'm actually flying to Utah next week with another one of my students. Ridiculous. We're flying to Utah to go to a servicing company to look at his original promissory note. They don't have it. They're just they think they're calling his bluff. They don't think we'll come out there. They don't know who they're playing with. But anyway, let me get back to Tiff and Tad. So this is what we did. So you've got to understand with buying free foreclosures, guys, that our value is our problem-solving capabilities, our real estate problem-solving capabilities. And understand that we need food and water, clothing, and shelter to survive. So if we have the highest level and the highest form of real estate problem-solving abilities in the industry, that means that we can get deals done where nobody else can. Okay, and that is our currency. So that's the first thing that we want to do, is solve our client's problem. And by doing that, as a result of it, we get a house. So here's our game plan. This is our strategy. I'm going to tell you what it was, then we're gone. Saji, what's good? Real estate revolution. Yes, yes. So Tiff and Tad, they've got this appointment. We're game planning. Here was the game plan. I tell them, okay, you guys are going to go over there. You're going to do your seller presentation, right? We've got a seller presentation. It's a framework. It keeps us on subject. It helps us keep control of that conversation because we have an objective that we want to meet, right? So they go over their seller presentation. And then after the seller presentation, they're going to give the prospect a packet that we made. Now the packet has a couple of trailer parks that are in that area because she wants to remain living in that same area. So we created this packet where we have pictures of the trailers, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. That's what she needs. It has the cost of those trailers. Then it has our offer of their equity payout. She didn't have much equity, $3,000. That's the offer. $3,000, but what that offer equals to is the deposit, first month's rent, and an additional $650 that will go in her pocket. So now she went from moving her stuff into a storage facility to now having the opportunity to move into a place to live. And the best part about it is Tad called her today just to confirm the appointment. And she says, well, there's nowhere to sit because she's moved her stuff out. He says, oh, that's okay, that we can sit at the kitchen counter. It won't take that long. And oh, speaking of, have you thought about maybe some moving into some trailers? And she says, well, we haven't really thought about it because we just don't have, what we need. And he says, well, don't worry about that. What we've done, Tiff and I, my wife, we've looked around at some trailers in that area, and we actually have some options for you. So we want to provide you with some value. So we'll be bringing that with us so that you can see those options. And she just got super happy. She was just like, oh my goodness, okay. And you know what? My 2 kids that work, we can use their income and my income so we can get approved. And so now her mind is on the way out. She's been given hope again. And Tiff and Tad are going to get to come in there. buy this house with $3,000 down. The house is worth $257,000, by the way. Okay. There's a $202,000 underlying mortgage that they'll be taking over. The family is behind on their mortgage payments, $32,000. But guess what? We ain't paying that up front. No way. I don't like spending that much money. That's too much money. Plus, we know the rules to the game. So I'm going to be calling them when I get off of this live to see how that went. And I know it went good because we're good at this. We're the best. There ain't no ifs and buts about it. That's right. That's right. Listen, do right by people and do good for you and your family. I mean, that's the motto. And it's not even like the money, because I mean, it's just not. We've got to help these people. And by helping these people in return, we will be rewarded. Like, just things will be good for us, you know? And I learned that, you know, I mean, I knew that in life, but I guess I learned it late in life in terms of like your cup will absolutely unequivocally overflow. It just will. And so when we're able to bring something of value with something that is so important, like your shelter, your house, well, that changes the game. That changes the game. And that's what we do. So with buying free foreclosures, guys, on Black Friday, again, it's 75% off. It's $47. There's a link in the description, and you guys get some of the highest level foreclosure tactics to buy these houses before they get to auction that there's not many people in the country that even know how to do. Okay, these are innovative strategies that are going to set you apart in the real estate industry from the beginning. But if you do want to do them, you are going to need some new skills. All right, you are going to need some new skills. So guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. I'm going to get on out of here. I do have a free training for those of you that, you know, want to come check me out. It's next Friday, November 30th at 7 p.m. Next Friday, November 30th at 7 p.m. Central. There is a link in the description so that you can get registered for that, because there's a limited amount of seats for that. John Taylor, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you did find some value. So guys, I want you to hit that like button. I want to thank all of my people that are in my inner circle that are here for coming out tonight. You guys are amazing. I want to thank the people that aren't in my inner circle for coming out, man. I want to give Shedrick, I want to give him a shout out, man, for we do got to catch up sometime, brother. We absolutely do. I want to give Shedrick a shout out for closing a $14,000 deal. And he got game from the Go Getter family, man. Shedrick came all the way up to Sioux City, Iowa from Atlanta, Georgia to come to my first live event, man. And it's very humbling, brother. It really, truly is, because, you know, as you have elevated and become more, right, every day, we have as well. We have as well. And we've got a lot of new hitters in the group, man, that are just amazing people, super high level people that are making an impact in their communities. And I couldn't be more happy and be more proud, honestly, about that. I mean, it's just, this is something that is going to impact our communities, our families, our lives. And honestly, if we do this thing the way that I see it, it's going to impact the world. So once again, guys, we've got the Black Friday sale. It's in the description, man. It's right. It should be right near the bottom in the description. There's a blue link. You'll see it. It says buying free foreclosures. Once the video is over, it should be much more visible, and I'll put it in the comment. I'll pin it to the comments for you too, brother. But again, guys, free training next Friday. You can come to this unique community of high level individuals that are closing the knowledge gap and going out here and buying assets. We've got people just making real estate moves around the country, getting to bags around the country, buying assets, man. Assets, dude. Assets. Your life will change. I'm trying to tell you now, when you own assets, I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you, when you own assets, your life will change. Your options, they will change. The way you walk through life, when you own assets, you're going to walk through life differently. The way people treat you even, and they don't even know you. They don't know if you own assets or not. They just know that you got an air about you. That's it. I'm just telling y'all, man. And I teach you guys to do that by becoming the bank. I don't know if y'all know, but it's amazing. So once again, guys, I'm going to get on up out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, let's get to it, y'all.
I'm a go-getter.